Hey everybody, it's David again, and we're treading right through our cab openings for this container, which there are quite a few, and we are finally to our beautiful little cab here. This is much smaller than expected, but it was a winning 11, and this is the cab that we are going to be converting to Otomedius. Now, that's going to be a very long process because the parts for it and whatnot, the cabinet basically hasn't existed for a very long time, so it's kind of a dream cabinet to put together. I expect this to not be done for 5 to 10 years probably, as I find all the little bits and pieces that go to it. Now, I didn't bring the marquees with us, but we've had those in previous openings. I've got this little piece that goes, I believe, right above the monitor, and I've got the control panel here. We're going to open this up and kind of take a look at what we're going to have to deal with going into this project. So, like I said, the first thing that I had noticed when this came off is this cabinet is tiny. It is real small, which is neat. But, so finding this specific body took me quite a while. There are a couple others that have a widescreen up here instead of the 4:3. So getting one with a 4:3 screen was a bit of a challenge. When I found it, I picked it up. Now I did miss out on an art set for this. It sold for over $1,000 on Yahoo Japan. I didn't put in enough. I should have, because I don't think I may never get a chance to do that again, put together something like this, so regrets. So this cabinet had been converted, as you can see, to a regular joystick button game, and I believe it had a PC in it when they were using it, and now it should have, oh no, the PC is actually still in there, so we might actually get to see what they did. That's interesting. I didn't expect that would still be in there. Anyway, it had been converted. So we're probably going to end up, I'm pretty sure I have an original PCB that they use for Otomedius. I may switch it out and use that, but I don't think it's that big a deal. Anyway, it has a PC in it, which is cool, so I guess when we plug it in, we'll see what it does, which I had originally pulled out my laptop just in case if we wanted to check out the monitor. So let's see what's in here, the coin bucket, and we've just got, oh, there's a ton of keys in here. Man, there's an N5002, there's, wow, oh, no, okay, never mind, this is the keys that we bought, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. These are the keys that we picked up, because I need some spares. So anyway, that's that. Let's see, what else do we have here? We've got, oh, even the slot for the EMUs, for the security plug is gone, and I'm sure this is where the coins, I'm not going to worry about restoring those, since, mainly I just want the exterior to look right. So there's the front of the cab. Let me put this back in. I'm going to turn it around. But like you can see, this thing's really small. It's super light, super tiny. And we're going to need a screwdriver for the back. Let's take a look on the inside, and then we'll power it up. Alright, so here's the back, and I'll pull the camera up and we can take a look at it closer later, but well, I guess this is the special thing. There's actually a breadboard here that looks like all the inputs and everything are wired directly into this, and from this into something in the PC. So I'll pull the camera up a little later and we can look closely at it, but it actually looks like a lot of this wiring in here hasn't really been changed out. And then this is bolted in. We can look at that from the coin door. But anyway, just that real quick. Plug this in and let's see what it does. I have no idea what this thing is going to do when we power it up, because I either didn't read into the auction or I didn't actually know that this was still in here, so that'll be interesting to see. Okay, let's turn this around here and let's see what we got. Let's see, can we see everything? Yeah. I'm gonna pull this a little closer. Okay, so nothing's coming up on screen. I guess while that's going, there is also this, and I'm not going to be using this panel for Winning 11, but it's kind of neat. It came with the original panel for the cab that it was. So that's that. But I'll be switching this over to the Otomedius panel at some point. Let's see here. It's not coming up with anything on screen. Okay, well, the PC is on, so you should get something. We got a no signal earlier when it started up. So let me open up this little front door again. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, that PC is definitely coming on. Let's see. Turn it off, turn it back on again. Yep, we got no signal. PC comes on. Oh, we're getting a RAM beep. I can hear that post beep now. Let's check the RAM. It has 2 sticks. Okay, yeah, let's reseat that RAM and see if we can get this to start up. Okay, wiggle it a little bit, turn it back on. Okay, I think, yep, there we go. That was a good post beep. Now, I'm looking at the motherboard. It actually looks like a Taito Type X2 motherboard, which is good because Konami actually used those motherboards, the same one, just without the custom BIOS for a lot of their PCs, and I believe that's what Otomedius ran on. So this is the same motherboard as that, and it looks like they probably just pulled it out of the PCB that was in there and then just ran their own thing. Because looking at the hard drive, it's also an 80 gig Seagate, which is what they used in there. So yeah, they've got MAME on here. That was kind of, I guess, what I would have expected. But let's actually take a look. Maybe we'll actually get to play a couple things on here. Yep. So we got the joystick. Oh, well, it was working. There we go. Yeah, we've got joystick working, and there's a bunch of games on here. Let's fire something up at random. Let's see. What seems good? First thing that catches my eye, and sure, Gradius 2, why not? It is a Konami cab, so let's see, start, is that it? Oh, maybe this button up here? Button 1, 2, 3, nope. Let's see what actually starts it. There we go, okay, well I got, oh nope, that apparently is a reset button, so we've now learned that. But that's pretty cool. I'm gonna move this up here a little closer again. And we will try that one more time. So is that a shutdown or a restart? That sounds like it's a shutdown. So I'm gonna reset the cab again. I'm also gonna turn the volume up a little bit. Interesting, this lock is actually set up to go backwards of what it's supposed to be, so I'm going to change that out a little bit later. And I'm going to change it out for my locks anyway. But, okay, let's let that start up again. Let's not press that button. We'll try and, maybe this just needs to be pressed a little harder. It's interesting, these are actually test and service buttons. So I think those are actually test and service, just moved into this custom panel that they have up here. So that's kind of interesting. See if anything else catches my eye. It doesn't have to be Gradius or whatever, but I don't know. Let's do Gradius. Gradius 2 was one of the ones I liked a little more. There we go. Gradius 2. Press start, maybe. Did that? No. There we go. Okay, so I guess it just had to be pressed, but all right. Let's see what this thing does, and kind of test it out a little bit, and then I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna switch out the control panel and kind of mock up the top thing, and get a little look at how far we're coming with this. But I'll probably put this panel back on for now, just because it's a working, MAME setup. We can kind of mess around with it and play with it and stuff. So, assuming nope, that was an exit button. Let's try that one more time. So one of these has to be serviced, though. All right. Yep, so that's serviced. Yeah, it's pretty low. I'm going to turn that up quite a bit more. All right. So honestly, it's pretty cool that this came working like this. Like, it's just also kind of cool that this cabinet survived at all. The audio is a little choppy, but I'm not sure if that's the speakers or what, but anyway, cool. A little laggy, again, not sure if that's the monitor, but this is an old LCD. Anyway, very cool. Let's exit out, and yeah, so I'm gonna do a little bit of stuff with it, and maybe I will poke the camera around inside for a little bit in just a sec. Alright, so I'm back and I've got my light, and we're going to kind of look over this cab a little bit. I just wanted to show everything. And honestly, like this custom panel that was made is actually very nice. It's clean. I can see that someone would have wanted this as a nice little ergonomic MAME machine, because it's so small. It'd work out really well in Japan. So one of the things that's really going to limit my ability to actually convert this cabinet back is starting from here up. There is a lot of hardware that goes in to mount everything to make this back into what we want it to be. And I mean, to be honest, I may end up having to buy another cab or something, or I'll have to fabricate something to get it as close to original as possible. But yeah, so, because like for example, this thing, if I remember right, it mounts up here on something, but the something that goes up here is just gone. So, and actually, you can actually see here, there's directions. You can see, I think, are those the speakers there? Yeah, those are the speakers there, which are right there. So you can see that there is supposed to be some sort of piece that comes up here, and then this slides down in between it. And you can actually see right there, there's also a little bit more. There's like a rounded piece that curves up and around, and I think that's what the marquee mounts to. And this goes right in between underneath. So I've got this, and hopefully I'll be able to get a look at a manual at some point, and maybe from that we can start up with some ideas of how to fabricate something to get the top half looking as close to the original cab as possible. I think at the end of the day, that's a good place to rest. If I can do better, of course I will. But if that's all we can do, then that's fine as well. All right, so let's come down here, and I just wanted to show like the inside of the cab. And so there's the PC, which again, it's a, I believe it is a TEM 100. Yep, it says it right there. That is the same motherboard that is in a Type X2. And it's also telling it has the same like 80 gig Seagate hard drive that you see in all of these PCs. We've got 2 USB cables coming off there, and those are going into the controller, the controller breadboard in the back, which I'm going to show you, which is kind of neat. This was just their cheap and easy way of adapting the control panel harness, which is right there, which thankfully is intact because I'll be able to just drop in the Otomedius one. And it just comes down to this little breadboard. It's got some chips and resistors, and just goes out on these 2 USB headers. So that's kind of cool. I might just leave that when I'm putting together Otomedius and running it, because it might just be simpler. But I think the next step, what I'll be doing is, and I won't do it for now, I'll install the control panel and install the game and just get it running and see, like how far we've gotten. And I'm going to come back to this project several times. We'll look it over, and I'll update on how we're doing. I don't expect this to go very fast, but at any rate, very cool. So that's the cabinet we're going to be restoring. I'm very excited getting this, and I know it's going to be a lot of work, but the end result will be something that nobody has seen in a long time, which is a fully redone Otomedius cabinet. I hope you all look forward to it as much as I am. It's been a long dream for 3 of us or so to get done, and I'm going to make that a reality. So look forward to updates, and we will see you in the next video.